Okay, hello again to everyone who join us. This webinar will be our weekly webinar where we gonna be taking overview for a few forex pairs, and I will analyze a few pairs relying on a supply and demand price action, mostly supply and demand levels. And I'll try to look at the wide picture for the long term. And in some cases, we're going to look also at the short term opportunities if there are. And that's all. Okay, let's start. Of course, if anyone have any questions, you are more than welcome to ask the chat, and I will do my best to answer all. I just want to check before I start that everyone, each one of you can see my screen that I'm sharing. It's the chart of the GBPUSD for now. So just give me a sign that you can see my screen and you can hear me well. And we are going to start. I'll wait a bit for a comment. Okay, just if some of you can write me, okay, you can see. All right, that's enough. And everyone can hear me. I will be glad if some of you can answer, just that I will know I'm not talking to myself. Excellent. Thank you, Nathan. All right. Okay, let's start. All right. I'll start with the GBP USD as you can see after the UK election results a few days ago. We saw the optimism in the GBP economy, and the British pound was really got strong almost against all the other currencies. I choose the GBPUSD because from all the GBP pairs, this one, for me at least, it look much more clear from the other. And as you can see, what happened with the GBPUSD is we can see a very strong demand at the bottom where I'm pointing with my mouse here, this blue level, as I wrote, a very strong and fresh demand. Fresh means that the price didn't touch it since create this level. And this demand, it's exactly what I'm looking for, and it's exactly the levels that I'm looking to enter a position. If we look on the 30 minutes chart, we can see the picture much more clear. This few small little candles, it's exactly the picture that we are looking for to choose the demand and the supply levels. In this one, it's exactly a great demand to buy GBP USD. I'll take it to the high time frame that we will see the wide picture. And as we can see, this is the highest level the price reached when he rally up from this demand. And as we can see, this resistance here rely on the previous supply that the price created here in about 1.5 years ago. As you can see here in May 2018. My conclusion is that if the price already reached that level, the most likely that the price for the long term it tends to reach the supply above here. This supply above here, it's still fresh one, and most likely that the price is about to reach the supply above. This is we can see on the weekly chart, so I'm talking about the really long term conclusion. Okay, so let's get back to the 13 minutes chart. As I said before, for now, this one, the demand below, the fresh one below, as it look now, it's a great level to join this bullish momentum in the GBPUSD and to buy the GBP against the US dollar here at this level, of course only if the price reach there and give us the opportunity to join. Okay, I'll take a look on the 4-hour chart, and as we can see, I marked another demand here below. Okay, this one here is the one that we just saw on the 13-minute chart, and here the one at the bottom, it's the one that we can see in the 4 hours chart. Both levels are relevant for buy position. I still believe that the one here, the upper one, will be the best one, and I still consider that the price will react from that level. But of course, if the price will break out this demand and hit our stop loss, which should be a bit below this demand, I'll try to buy again at the demand below and join this bullish momentum, because the price will still be in a bullish momentum even if the price will break out the demand here. All right, so that's for the GBPUSD. The next pair I choose is the Aussie against the Kiwi, AUD NZD. And the picture you see now, this chart is a 4-hour chart. I marked above the supply, the fresh supply above, which is the next available supply, as a great level for a sell position. And for now, the price is, as you can see, it's still far away from that level. But for the long term or for swing traders, this level is still relevant for position. Below us, which seems a bit more close and more relevant for now, it's the demand, this fresh demand that I marked. And if we take a zoom in to this level, I'll try to take it to the middle, and you'll see exactly the picture that we are looking for when we mark demand. So this is how it looks exactly, the demand that the price created here in about 3 or 4 months ago. Okay, so this demand will be a great level to buy AUD NZD, and as you can see, this supply above will be the great level to sell. Each one of these levels, I mean both of them, seems like holding unfilled orders that's still waiting for the price to come back there. There is another scenario in this pair, which is, I'll just put the line here because it is the last resistance, as you can see, the last high that the price created. And the other scenario, the third scenario, that if the price will break out this last resistance he create before he reach the demand below, it will indicate that most likely the price will be on his way to reach the supply above. So let's try to make it clear. If the price will break out this resistance above, I won't wait for the price to come back to the demand at the bottom. I look for a new price action setup, something like a new demand or some other signals to buy AUD NZD in order to continue with the price to the supply above. Of course, the supply above will be the target, and it's also can be a great level for a new sell position. All right. Any questions from some of you? Okay. So let's continue. If some of you have any questions, of course, you are more than welcome to write it, and I'll try to answer as soon as possible. Okay, the next is the euro dollar. As you can see, I start with the weekly chart. As you can see on the white picture I choose, My conclusion is that the euro dollar for the long term on its way to reach the demand below. As you can see, the price doing it with, slowly and struggling on its way down. Every new low make a very significant technical correction right after. And as we can see, the price really struggling to get down all the way through this demand below. I still believe that the price will reach this demand below in the long term, of course, and it's the next level that I will wait for the euro dollar to buy this pair. Of course, it is long term position. We are looking at the weekly chart. Above us, as you can see here at the top, it's the next available supply that we can see in weekly chart, okay, which is for the long term will be the target for the buy position, and again it can be also a great level for sell position. The way that the price struggling down here and still going down seems like what called compressions. As you can see, the price collecting all the sell orders on his way down and keep moving down very slowly, and it's for a long time that the price doing this kind of compression, as you can see, all the way to the demand below. Compression indicates of a price that's moving down or up in a powerless way, I would say. It seems that the sellers here are exist but not really dominant. The combination of supply reach demand, the combination of compression that reach demand or supply, it's a great combination for position. Usually it's very reliable, which means the price that going down with a compression, as you can see here, and reach a demand level, which is a strong level, it's a great combination to buy this asset. So therefore, when the price will reach the demand, of course, if he will reach this demand, I will buy there. And my long-term target for this pair will be the supply above, which is also will be a great level for sell position. And that's all for the euro dollar. I will try to look for a lower time frame and to see if there is another intraday opportunities. But as it looks now, I wouldn't buy or sell the euro dollar at any point for now. Maybe only if the price, if we are trying to give an opportunity for the intraday traders, only if the price will break this demand, which as we can see, the price already touched there. It's not fresh. You see, the price reached there at the first time here, then that's the second time, and if he will back to this level again, it will be the third time, which make it more risky for buy position. So I'll just wait and see if the price will break this demand towards down. I will look for a intraday sell position opportunity, I would say, because if the price will break this demand, it indicates that most likely the price on his way to reach the demand here, the next available demand here below. I'll just mark it now again. Okay, this one below. So it just gives us this buffer between these two demands to look for a sell position as an intraday position. Okay, the last one I choose is the euro against GBP, right? And the same as we saw on the GBPUSD, the GBP, the British pound, create a significant demand. Here it's a supply because the GBP is the secondary in this pair. So as we can see, after the UK election results, the GBP really got strong against all the pairs, also against the euro. And here it creates this fresh, strong supply. And since then, the price still didn't touch this level. So I'll definitely wait for the price to reach this supply, and it will be a great level for sell position in order to join the GBP momentum. If we look at the higher time frame, as we can see here, we can see that the price now just holding on a support and previous support level, that the price already touched this level a few times in the past. You can see here, it was very long time ago, it's about a few years ago, 3 years ago here. It's about between 3 to 2 years ago, the price supported on this level a few times. Now the price came back to check this level and still holding, and I believe that the next time the price might broke out this support, and if that happened, most likely the price will tend to reach the demand here below, which is the next available demand, as we can see in the weekly chart. I marked it here at the bottom. Okay, so the picture with the Euro GBP, it's kind of very clear. We have this demand below as a final target for this position. Of course, only if the price will break this support, it will indicate that most likely the price on its way there. And if we are looking to join the momentum of the GBP, it will be this supply above, which we can see much more clearly in this 30-minute chart. Okay, these little candles indicates the collecting of the orders before the price get inside a very significant imbalance between the sellers and the buyers, and that's what caused this very strong and fast drop down. Okay, I hope it was clear what I'm trying to say. My English is not perfect, so excuse me. And if, of course, some of you have any questions, I'm still here for another 1 or 2 minutes to give you the opportunity to ask. That will be my weekly analysis for this upcoming week. And I wish you all a very successful trading this week. Thank you for joining this webinar, and still waiting for another 1 minute to see if some of you have any questions. Okay, so I think that will be all for today. Again, take your time to consider, to see and trade carefully, and wish you all success this week. Thank you very much. Bye bye.